Hi, in this video we're going to talk about the use of sandboxes in planning analytics. With sandboxes, you are able to create another view of your data and play with it, so to speak, just like you would as a kid in a sandbox. So imagine you have a base budget, and in that base budget, you're going through, you're doing your forecasting and your budgeting, and you're bringing in actuals and all that good stuff. And then the CFO comes to you and says, hey, we need to create a COVID forecast, or hey, we're looking at buying a new company, or we're looking at cutting this or adding that. And I don't want to disturb our base budget, but I also need to see what that's going to look like in the end, right? In the Excel world, you'd hit save as, call it whatever, and then redo everything. Well, within planning analytics, you're able to create what are called sandboxes. And to do that, I've just created a view of products. And we're going to go to the Do More button. And you'll see up here right now we're in the base version. If I were to drop this down, you'll see that I have a number of other ones that have been created. It's as easy as clicking the Create Sandbox button. We're going to name this 2020 Alt, for lack of a better term. We're going to base that off of the base forecast, but if we had a better or worse case or whatever it might be, we could base it off of whatever we want. But we're going to base it off of that base forecast. I'm going to hit Create. Okay, so now that you'll see that we're in our 2020 Alt sandbox, and the CFO has come to you and said, hey, we need to update these particular quantities for these particular products, for this particular location. I want to see what this looks like. Maybe we're adding new salespeople, whatever it might be. So we can go in, and you'll notice the numbers are black, which means it matches the base forecast. So if I were to flip over to base, you'll see that those numbers are exactly the same. And let's say in total for this region, he says, you know what? I want to see what it looks like if we sell 35,000 units. I'm going to just type this in, and we'll talk about spreading and entering data in another lesson. But I'm just going to spread this 35,000 based on the current spread. So I'm going to hit enter, and you'll see that all of these numbers have updated and have turned blue. That means that they now no longer match the base forecast. Don't worry, we still have that available. I flip back, you'll see that it's back to 28. And I go to the Alt version, and now I'm at 35. So we go through, we do our budgeting, we do our forecasting, and let's say that now the CFO has said, you know what, I want our 2020 Alt to be the forecast for these particular areas, and I want that to now become our base. All we need to do is go up and commit this, and it asks you if you want to commit this to be your base. Hit yes, and you'll now see that 2020 Alt and base are exactly the same. So real quickly, I created a sandbox. I input some data, changed it, did my work, got the review done. We decided it's going to be base, and now I simply have hit commit, and now we have that base forecast. Thank you for watching this video. We'll talk to you again soon.